Hey guys, it's Lexi. I hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. I am sharing some of what I worked on melting during the week after Christmas up until today, which today is New Year's Day. So it's going to be pretty quick. This is literally all I have in one empty scoopable. A few of these I've already talked about briefly, so I'm not going to go super in depth. So let me start with the scoopable actually. So this is completely empty. Very happy about that. This is Noel from Zape, which the scent notes are on this. It is sugared spruce, molasses cookies, vanilla cookies, and fir and balsam. I've liked this scent. I've been kind of melting this on and off. Like I feel like I almost needed to take breaks from the scent when I would melt it. It is very like molasses cookie heavy. Of course, it does say molasses. I think that's like what the second note. I don't know. It just wasn't ever like a favorite of mine. I liked it, but I don't know if I like it enough to go out and repurchase it. I don't know if I really like molasses that much in wax, like the scent of molasses. I'm not even really like a molasses cookie fan, and this was definitely molasses heavy, I felt like, which is something that's very rare to see in wax. I don't think I've seen any other vendor wax or retail wax for that matter that's like a molasses cookie scent. So I guess for that reason it was interesting and good, but I wasn't super keen on it. So if you guys are molasses cookie fans and if she brings this back next season from Zape, then maybe grab it. That is Noel. I did go ahead and fully get some of my thoughts on this. I mentioned this in the last empties. This is the Yankee Candle Mary Berry. This definitely is a very berry scent. I mean, that sounds so silly, of course, but this lasted not as long as some of my other Yankee Candle centerpiece warmer cups have. This was definitely like 2 days and then completely gone. I've had some that have just been like days and days and days and days, like weeks, that I'm like, whoa, I can not believe I can still smell this. But this definitely kind of petered out quickly. And it was just kind of like a basic fruity berry scent with like maybe a little bit of a cookie note in it, but it wasn't like super bakery forward. It was more like berry scented. I liked it, but probably not enough once again to repurchase. This next one I have here, I didn't empty this. I did use 2 cubes in my bathroom one day just because I wanted to test this out. This is Be Merry. And I want to say that this was a scent that I picked up because I purchased red berry and spruce maybe in like a flash sale, and I really liked it. But that one wasn't available, so I asked you guys in the comments, and I had a lot of people saying that this was going to be similar. I still have yet to melt the red berry and spruce, I think is what it is. I actually have it right here because I put that in an upcoming melting basket that you guys will see. So part of me feels like maybe I'm going to put this in next week's or next month's melting basket so I can kind of compare the two more. I feel like on cold sniff though, and when I warmed this, I felt like it was more berry than tree. And this one feels like more tree than berry. I don't know though. Either way, this is the time of year that I really enjoy berry tree scents. So probably going to stick this in another basket so I can get a better thought on it. But I enjoyed it for what it was. And I do have some more not empties, but what I melted. And this one goes with an empty. So this was a Rose Girls Christmas Eve in Cookie Land heart shaped wax, like kind of like almost like a souffle cup kind of size, but in the shape of a heart with chunks in it. And then this is just the mini melter bag here. I did completely finish this one, and this one I used 3 cubes of. This is much newer. I picked this one up this past season, like this past Rose Girls Mario release. And then this one I've been holding on to for probably like a year. And then the one that I finished before this one, because I went through a lot. I've been using the scent a ton this holiday season. It's a favorite of mine. And then the chunk bags that I had of this, I really noticed, especially when I melted the newest version of it. And I know Carson said this in a video as well, but I really did notice like a big difference of performance because of the age. So he said it too. He's like, if you have it, melt it soon. So I'm going to say that same thing because I did notice a really drastic difference in these. Not to say that this one was like no performance or anything. This was still like a light medium in my house. And I don't have like a huge house. Like I've got like a relatively, and it's all like kind of in one area. It's kind of like a long, I don't know if you guys have saw my warmer tour, you'll know what it looks like. So I guess it's maybe if you had like a larger house, then you probably would lose a scent easier. But this one was like very, very strong when I melted it. I was like, oh my goodness, like what a difference, night and day. So either way, just try to melt, I guess, your stuff soon. I still enjoyed it either way. I enjoyed this one even though it was a little bit lighter, and I really enjoyed this one because it was like a boomer. So that was Christmas Eve in Cookie Land, which if you guys are not aware of the scent notes, it's eggnog, donut holes, cookies, and marshmallow smoothie. It's just like the best, like warm, comforting, like eggnog scent ever. I love it. I did also chop up my loaf here. This was a custom loaf I made with Britta's Creepy Treasures, and it is, I named it May Your Spirits Be Bright, because I put like bourbon sauce, caramelized pralines, Mrs. Claus's cookies, and eggnog in it. So I was thinking like spirits, bourbon. I don't know. I was trying to be funny with also making it Christmassy, which I think is cute. I don't know. This is a really nice scent, but I think if I were to like redo it in the future, I would have asked for maybe like more eggnog and like more of the cookies, because I felt like this was definitely very strong on the bourbon sauce. I think maybe the bourbon sauce oil is just very strong, and the caramelized pralines as well, because I felt like this was like really like a nutty bourbon scent with just like a little bit of like a bakery and eggnog, but I kind of wish it was like roles reversed. Either way, this I got, I guess it was poured almost exactly 1 year ago today. So that's pretty crazy. So I'd like to try to finish this up before the like winter season is over here. So I've still got a little bit of time, but I wish I'd used it up a little bit sooner because I felt like it wasn't super strong. This was like a light medium scent, which is surprising. So that one was the May Your Spirits Be Bright from Britta's. And then I've got a few bags here, but let me mention this one here. This is Dessa's Homespun Scents Main Street Christmas, which is a part of the Main Street Memories collection. Notes are cranberry, bayberry, crushed cinnamon, and orange zest with pine. And this definitely gave me like kind of like craft store, like Michael's, Joann's, not home goods, you know what I mean, like craft store vibes. Definitely like cinnamon, almost felt like I was smelling like a cinnamon broom, kind of a cinnamon. Not super like red hot candy, but kind of like that. If you guys have ever smelled like a cinnamon broom, it's like almost like a dustier kind of version. I don't know, I'm explaining that, it's so weird. But I definitely did pick up on like those kind of like craft store, like warm, spicy type vibes from this one. I put this in my bathroom, which I don't know if it was like the best place to warm it. It felt kind of weird like having this spicy thing in the bathroom. But I also just don't know if I like love super spicy scents, but it was fine for like this time of year. It was like a light to medium performer as well, same as the last one. And then we've got a few bags. So let's talk about this one other Rose Girl scent that I have here. This I mentioned in my last video, so I won't go super in depth once again, but I did finish up the Koopa Christmas Carols, which is soft pine, sugar, cookie, snow powder, mint, and campfire marshmallow. I really enjoyed this. If you like thwomps from Rose Girls, then this was like a more subdued, still strong in performance, but not as like punchy in the face kind of a scent, but same kind of realm, I guess. Really enjoyed this one. Possibly will pick this up next year if I see it again. I did also already mention this scent, but I finished the bag. I was a little bit heartbroken about it, but I really told myself, like, Alexis, it's not going to be as strong next year. Every year you hold on to this bag, it is getting less and less strong. And I keep trying to like fight it, but I was like, no, I just got to finish it because I need to enjoy my wax. And this is from 2019. This is Blue December. It's like a roasted pine cone and sandalwood scent. Gypsy Monroe is no longer in business, but man, I love this scent. This was a favorite of mine. I'm very happy that I was able to use it and enjoy it. It was an incredible scent. And if I can ever find a dupe for that, I will absolutely do that. This one here is Brunch with Santa from Empire Alchemy. It has notes of hot coffee, French toast, eggnog, and vanilla cream. This was surprisingly and really sadly like super, super light in my home. I'm not sure why, because I feel like this one wasn't that old, or I feel like I had this maybe for like maybe a year. I'm not sure. The date is not on here, and it might have been on here on like a little sticker on the back, but it might have fallen off. Either way, super light in my home. I'm really sad about it. It was kind of just like a kiss of coffee scent in the air. 4 bags here from Zape. I will not go super in depth because I've talked about all of these, I think. This is Santa Baby. This is notes of vanilla bean, creamy marshmallow, and pink sugar crystals. This scent, I melted the bag that I had from last year, and it was very, very light. So I was like, well, I better melt this year's version so I don't lose scent. And it was a lot stronger, but still, I feel like when I did melt this previously and really fell in love with it initially, I think it was because my nose was changing and I was realizing that I wasn't so scared or didn't dislike pink sugar as much. So it kind of like helped me realize that pink sugar is not so bad. So for that reason, I'm happy for the scent, that it did that. But I just don't know if it's like a favorite. I don't know. I think when I melted it previously, I liked it more, and our noses change and evolve. So I just didn't love it as much this year, but it was still okay. It's a very pretty pink sugar, like creamy pink sugar, kind of like good, cozy nighttime scent. So I did enjoy it, but I don't know if it's like a favorite as I thought it was previous years. Like last year, I think I really liked it more, and the year before that, I think I liked it more. But I don't know, I just wasn't as keen this year, but it's still a good scent. This one I have not lost my love for. This is Tinseltown. I finished 2 star shapes in this. It is sweet caramel cider and fir tree lime streets. I also finished a scoopable in this year. Favorite wax melt scent for the Christmas season of all time. Possibly one of my favorite wax melt scents in general. It's amazing. Could not recommend this scent more. It is just like, it puts you in a Christmas like Hallmark movie. It's incredible. I love it. Like perfect balance of like creamy, like warm caramel cider, and then like trees. It's beautiful. Best scent ever. Love it. Then I did also talk about this one previously, but I finished the other tree in it. This is Christmas Tree Cakes from Zape, which is fluffy white cake, buttercream filling, and a hint of Christmas spice. Very, very beautiful scent. Very surprised with how well this performed for being like a buttercream cake scent. Amazing. I loved it. If this comes back next year, I will probably grab more. And then this one, the last one, I don't think I talked about this at all. This is Reindeer Lane from Zape as well. It is winter spruce, cranberry jam, and vanilla sugar crystals. This was in like a little reindeer shape. And I really liked this scent. This was very, very cranberry forward to my nose. I felt like it was definitely heavier on like the berry, but like there was still a good tree balance with it, but I was like surprised by how berry forward it was. And then it definitely says winter spruce and sugar crystal, so I'm assuming it's just sugared spruce. That's what it smelled like to me. It definitely smelled like the sugared spruce oil. But I felt like normally I don't love that oil on its own, but I think that the cranberry really did help kind of, I don't know, cranberry's kind of, it's tart. Cranberries are tart, but this was more of sweet. I don't know, I just felt like it cut it in a nice way. It wasn't so, the tartness from the cranberry kind of helped tone down like the sweetness from like the spruce. It was a good scent. I liked it. I have no complaints about it. It was okay. Will I repurchase this one next year? I don't know, because there's also another scent that I feel like I like a little bit more than this one that's kind of similar. And I like to try all the new stuff every year from Zape's releases, because you guys know I'm obsessed with the Zape Christmas releases. So yeah, that's all of the empties. Thank you guys for watching that. I hope it wasn't super long because there was only a few things to talk about, but Happy New Year, you guys. I'm excited for this upcoming year, and thank you so much all for watching and your support. Very grateful for you all. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.